No, you're hiding your sickness. You're really hiding it.
You know what? Because I don't want anyone to blame me, so I'm trying to tell everyone that I'm already over it. So it
You're
couldn't
not.
have been
You're
me.
actually not.
It was me. I also have another confession to make.
Go on.
I rubbed Abadiki on my feet before I came here. One time we had roaches in Forest Gate, and it's because my uncle brought back one of his suitcases from Nigeria, and
I was gonna say, because we don't get money roaches.
A roach had travelled, done the long haul flight,
survived the plane,
and multiplied.
Oh no! Oh,
and it was the ones that could fly. That was
no.
that was a dark time in my life, man.
My Oxtail arm is showing.
It's fine.
I make a good. Oh my god, that's gross. I make a good Oxtail.
We should even do. Let's not do that again. The good thing is that actually this sickness should make you lose your appetite. I actually know, because I haven't had an appetite for 3 weeks. As in, this jersey was too tight, and now I can wear it.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to We Just Got Here with your faves, Miss Tia Roberts. That's not my name, Tia Honey Roberts, but Tia, and my bestie
Steph.
She's not really my bestie today.
To be honest, you can probably hear from our voices. I'm recovering. Someone's just entered the chat. We're sick.
My eyes are burning. I fell asleep in the car here.
So do bear with us this episode, because
nah, the low energy is killing me.
Do you know what? We went from cowboy hats in the last episode.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I also want to state that I was also swimming in mud the whole of last Monday. So
that could be it.
Don't even try it.
It might not be me.
Don't even try it, because I was with you on Sunday. Don't try it.
Maybe it was me.
Oh.
For further context, we went to go see Shits and Gigs live at the O2, which, may I say, was absolutely amazing. Shout out to them, because I feel like that show, I left that show feeling super inspired, because one, I'd never actually been to a live podcast show. I love podcasts, but I've never been to a live podcast show. And to see what is possible. I'm speechless again, because I'm just remembering the amount of people that was in that arena. I literally took a moment and I looked around, I was like, all these people came here to see these two guys, these two friends who started their podcast in Fuhad's living room, to now to the O2. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really interesting to see the different types of people that came out to watch them as well. I think there was someone from New Zealand who flew in from New Zealand, which is absolutely insane. Do you think anyone will ever fly from New Zealand to see us?
I hope so. I was going to do an accent, but
I can't do an Australian accent. But yeah, it was really, really good. Honestly, the production was amazing. The guys were amazing. I laughed. Honestly, I think it's inspired me to want to go to more comedy shows and maybe podcast shows, but more comedy shows, because those guys are funny. But anyway, yeah. We had dinner before that, and I was slowly deteriorating. I could literally feel my temperature rising.
Oh, so we're in Basaba Ethai and we're on a corner, so I'm breathing her ear.
Yeah,
I'm really just
it's like directly. I'm like he, and she's like ha. So she claims that I made her sick, her alongside 4 other people. I would like to think that I may have inspired the sickness, but I don't feel like I'm the full cause of the sickness. But that's why Tia hates me today, because she thinks I made her sick.
No, do you know what? It's the fact that when I came in here, yeah, you're like, hey!
Because I'm like coming out of the sickness, but this whole week it was a write-off.
Yeah, we didn't speak.
No, I was literally in bed. You know it's bad when I use Abaniki on me, because I hate the smell of Abaniki.
Do you?
For people that are listening, Abaniki is like Tiger Balm. So think Vicks, but times 10 in potency.
I really love Abaniki, but I also love Tiger Balm.
I hate it. But you see me, I took a hot shower for a whole hour, yeah. When I came out, I creamed my body with it. And I put on my thing and my clothes.
She said, I want to breathe.
And I wrapped myself in my duvet and I slept. And when I woke up, yeah, when I say I was soaked. I was wearing a grey tank top and my like fleece like cardigan. Best please, I woke up. My tank top was dark grey.
What virus do you have? And what virus
I
have you
don't
given
know.
us? Because this now isn't cold.
I don't know what it is, but the joint pains was the one that got me the most.
Brother, what have you given to me?
Oh, do you have the joint pains?
No.
Yeah, so the joint point, I literally felt like someone had hammered
Do you
my
know
body.
what? It makes sense because why is my jaw has been hurting?
Yeah, no, I like literally the joint point was so bad. I was crying in the corner at one point. Randy doesn't know this. I was actually crying. I was holding Chooks, and then Chooks got overstimulated and bit me. And I've never felt so alone
There's
in the
so
world
much
in my
going
life.
on. There's so much going on. Because I was sitting in the car and I'm like, why am I getting random toothaches on both sides of my mouth? Like, that's really weird.
I don't know what it is. I don't know where I got it from. But everyone has it. My mum's down, my husband's down, the cat is down, my stepdad's down. The only person that has survived is Junior, my brother. But yeah,
I just want
guys,
everyone to know I
something's
have
going
lemons.
round, so please be careful. Cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze, and hand sanitizer. Please use that.
Saying that yesterday, I went out for dinner, right? And I was fine. I was like, yeah, we get through it. We get through it. And then I had a sneezing bout, and I think 8 in a row. The restaurant started to say like "bless you" to me, 8 in a row. As in, my friend was looking at me like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, you've given it to them.
Like, there's a group of boys at the other table, and they started saying "bless you" after it.
That
I was like,
you have given it to them. You've given it to even the people. Everyone that said bless you, they've got it now.
crazy. I did cover my mouth because do you know what? I had a tissue, but what happens because it's a sneezing bout? So
Mhm.
I chew, but for every achoo, you have to breathe. So I was breathing in the tissue same way. So it was chaotic.
But yeah, I'm glad I'm out. See you lot on the other side. Wishing you the best of luck. You know,
On the bright side, win of the week.
win of the week. Is it the general win or my win?
We have a general one.
Yeah,
we
the
normally have.
general one.
Oh, that's my win, but yeah.
But I mean,
It's also
last time
your
I
win.
checked, it's both our names.
Yeah,
Okay.
word.
So-
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. Anyway. Nah, I'm
Let's not
grouchy today.
Let's not be two sick rats fighting.
Yeah, general win of the week. Come on, let's talk about it.
Let's just do that. We are in the Independent. The Independent said that you should tune in. So yeah, we are this actually episode 10, wasn't it, with the cowboy hats?
Yeah. episode 10.
Was featured in the Independent as the top 6 podcasts to listen to this week.
This week.
That was last week by the time this comes out. But yeah, that was a super big win for us considering that we're only on episode 10. So shout out to our 4 listeners who have made this possible.
We love you.
We love you for tuning in every week. And
Can I just say, yeah, when I saw it, like when I actually saw it, I realized I don't know how to process emotions. And this has always been a thing for me. And we'll do another episode on my inability to process emotions, yeah. But I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I want to vomit. That is, now,
you can never just...
because I realized that when sometimes I feel like I get overwhelmed, right? And then I feel like I want to emotionally vomit. But I've realized that it's when sad things happen. So that's how my body perceives sadness. So I don't feel sadness in the way that other people feel it. I just feel like, oh, I want to vomit from my chest.
Okay.
Right? So then when I saw this, I was like, no, but I want to vomit with excitement. It's crazy. But I did also send it to my group chat, like, hey guys, look at this. Oh my God. I want to emotionally vomit. Oh my God, I want to vomit.
Well, I sent it to my mum. She still hasn't responded.
Yes, it's to my mum actually.
Did she respond?
Yeah, and she was like, I don't get it. No, because my phrasing was really me.
Mhm.
So I must have said, not your daughter being in the Independent. Then my mum rang me. She's like, I saw the Independent, but what are you talking about? I was like, the Independent, the newspaper, the online platform newspaper thing. And she was like, oh, why didn't you use capital T and capital I? I said, that's where I get it from. She's like, no, if you're going to say the independent, you have to say the with a capital T and capital I. So we know the I. And I was just like, yeah, I'm my parents' daughter.
My mom didn't even.
110%.
I don't even think my mom's opened the chat, so I have to like.
Yeah, but she watches. My mom don't watch.
Yeah, my mom does watch. So, mum, can you open the chat and actually read the article, please?
She probably would have watched it by then, read it by then.
Don't underestimate that word. She's still using a Samsung from like 2010. Mum, open the chat. Thank you. Maybe I'll share it in the family group chat. But can you open the chat? But yeah, what a lovely win. I literally wasn't expecting that this early in our journey. I had it like for like, I don't know, beyond episode 100. But God has his ways. So
Little wins.
yeah, man, that was super cool to see. Also remind us that we probably should do a photo shoot, which is crazy because I thought that was even needed until
I said this to Steph. I was like, girl, we should do a photo shoot. We should do it for one of our birthdays. And she was like, no. And then when we saw the article, I was like, we doing a photo shoot. We need that. We need that.
to do a photo shoot. So we'll probably look into that closer in the future rather than
summer.
further.
As in summer.
Just in case. So
Maybe
that
July.
should be the cover of the article where we're listed as number one. We were number one, by the way. I'm not saying it's a thing, but it's a thing. We're number one. But yeah, that was a nice win of the week.
My gums hurt.
I'm so sorry, this episode, guys. But this shows our dedication though, because we're sick. I was still here recording.
You wrote, what does Aveniki on your feet do? Is that a life hack?
Oh, yeah, no, it works.
Really?
But I didn't want you guys to smell it and know that I was sick. So I rubbed it on my feet and put on thick socks.
You know what? Yeah, this reminds me. Like, I love having older family members because their home remedies are brilliant. My auntie, Jenny, has a thing where you put onions in your sock.
No.
And it's supposed to withdraw all the toxins.
No. But you know what? She might be onto something because Auntie Jenny has a few tricks up her sleeve.
She does. And also, she's very healthy for her age. Insanely healthy. Like, whoa.
The woman can beat both of us up.
What? Yeah.
Like this
she's
tall,
tiny and round. But
feisty, trilly woman.
She's so feisty.
Strong for her age.
Yeah, that's what I hope to be like her. I think I really will be like her because she raised me more than my own parents.
You see, Auntie Jenny, I was saying, do you know what I used to love about her?
What?
One thing about her, she ain't gonna let you sleep past 7 a.m.
Oh yeah, of course not. Get up.
7 a.m. on the door. The door opened the jar. She's like,
you know, I've called that woman at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. She's up. She's up. Like I can call. I remember my dad I'll be chatting to her, and my dad would like, leave Jenny alone. Let Jenny sleep. I'm like, she ain't sleeping. That's a joke. You see, like how we'll be up all 1, 2 o'clock.
No,
so will
she's
she.
Up.
She don't sleep.
She'll wake up at 5, 6 a.m. and might just decide to bake a pound cake.
No, 100%. She'll be baking and making dalpuri at 6 o'clock that day.
And she makes sure
And
say
you're
you
making it
need to
with
come
her.
and learn how to make till this day. What is it? 1 pound of butter, 1 pound of flour.
Why do you know that?
Do you know how many times it was like Master Chef? I shall come with the knife here and put it in the middle.
Can I just say, yeah, because I'm such a bad trini because like for the life of me, I've been raised, being taught how to make dalpuri and I still don't have the patience to make dalpuri.
I know, I don't think, I think I tried to make it once after when I went back home. I tried to make it once. And I was like, we just don't have the utensils here.
Oh, to be fair, because I did say to her last year, I said, I want a tower for my
the flat thing.
Yeah, the flat.
Yeah.
I want a tower for my
because you can't the pan you can't do it there.
It has to be a tower.
And I tried to do it in the pan. And
it doesn't.
I was like, where's the wrap that you said you're making? I was like, go away. Go away.
But also, like, this is why I can't stand about being like Black British and British West Indian, right? Because like in our home, we'll buy the roti skin. Do you get what I mean? And
yeah.
like, so Auntie Jenny's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? Because you know how to make
You know
it.
how to make it.
But like, what, 5 hours over a roti, letting it rise and this and need and that, or go down to Clapham to
To be fair, that 5 hours, it's the same 5 hours that you used to go to Clapham and back.
no for you. Remember,
For
I'm
oh,
down
yeah,
the road.
it's true. Actually.
So we'll do a quick drive to Tower Roti and get the skins.
I don't think I can get skins in my area.
Yeah.
I can't get roti skins in my area.
Yeah.
But I really want. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I really want to get back into like cooking. Like because of how busy life is. Yeah, I cook, but I cook like what I consider lazy food. So I'll cook jollof rice. I'll cook stew. I'll cook Nigerian beans. To me, it's lazy because it's like I can cook that without thinking. But like cooking, like
experimental.
I used to cook a lot. Like I used to, like even like Caribbean food, like because I love Caribbean food.
Love that.
I love Jamaican food, more specifically.
I can't say. Why do you have to say that?
I do like boudreaux. I do like bakes, chicken and stuff. But yeah, I used to like cook that. Like I would cook for like the house, like the rice and peas, the oxtails and stuff. And now I'm just like cooking the same 4 meals.
Yeah, mental capacity though. I'm having this problem right now because I'm meal prepping and it's bare mince.
Yeah, and it's quite expensive to experiment with cooking now as well. Like oxtail, good oxtail can set you back a good 20 quid.
So expensive.
It's expensive. Chicken even. I'm not talking about like the Tesco chicken, etc.
I was talking about like Costco chicken is great.
Costco chicken. I'm going Costco. I was supposed to go Costco today. But I think I'm gonna go next week because my husband's.
Do you know what I want to do this week?
What?
This is such an ADHD conversation. I'm so sorry,
guys. Sorry, this is just it's free flow.
It's free flow today.
Take it.
But you mentioned Costco. I'm destined to go to New Spitalfields Market.
Oh.
It's all over Insta. No,
it's the Shoreditch one that they moved.
No.
The big one with the seafood one.
No.
What are you talking about?
The seafood one is Billingsgate. New Spitalfields is, I think it's near Canary Wharf. And it's like all your wholesale fruit and veg and all your tropicals. There's loads of content about it now.
You said it's near Canary Wharf. Is it the one in Barbican, Farringdon?
Yes. Down there.
Across there.
Huh?
I literally, it's like literally out the window.
Yeah, but it's night. They open it in the night.
Oh, child.
Yep.
You need a tissue.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
This is hell.
I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't even.
Do you know what? Because I could feel it, and I'm like,
I just saw it gathering at the bottom, like it was. Like it was coming out of both nostrils and just joining in the middle. I'm so sorry, guys. This is like, we should just call this the Sicky episode.
Marsha! Sicky Marsha! God. Right. But there's a lot of content about so there's this night market essentially. And at like I think in 2020 whatever, we me and my partner wanted to sell like tropical fruit and stuff like that. So we'd go there and get it. But like there's now a lot of content online about people going and getting the fruit. You look like you're about to sneeze.
Yeah, I was holding it. I managed to fight it back because you know when you get that little sensation at the back of your nose.
Yes, the way your mouth was open like.
Sorry,
wow. Wow. But yeah, there's a lot of content about people getting their like wholesale, obviously because everything's so expensive now, which is why I led to that. So they're getting their wholesale fruit and veg from there. So I think it opens at something like midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning. And so, yeah.
You want me to go at 2 a.m. to go and buy apple?
I have 100% left my house at midnight to get there for 1 o'clock and packed up the fruit.
You want me to leave my house, at 2 a.m. to go buy apple? Also, wholesale fruit. My only concern with that is, wouldn't it go off? Like, that's my only thing about buying like bulk fruit.
Eat it.
Yeah, but how many apples can I eat in a day?
Well, okay.
Even like pears.
Do you know what?
Because pears are quick to go off.
What I thought about, yeah, and this is the same mentality I have for Costco. Like whenever you buy stuff in bulk, like, and some of Costco stuff isn't bulk, but when you buy stuff in bulk, I feel like, especially with fruit, you get to share it. Like you can do like a joint shop for family and friends or whatever have you, and then distribute.
That's a lot of work. But Costco's fruits and veg, I put them in the fridge and they last really long.
Do they?
Their pears last 2 weeks in the fridge.
Really?
I'm not even joking. 2 weeks in the fridge with Costco, because Costco fruit, I'm sorry, elite. It's, for me, in terms of like fruit ranking for supermarkets, 1, Costco, in terms of like elite fruit, like that's elite for me. 2, Waitrose. No, actually, no. 2, M&S. 3, Waitrose. 4, and that's when it starts to decline, actually. Who is 4?
Yeah. It's not Lidl.
It's absolutely, I don't buy fruit from Lidl.
You don't?
I literally buy dry stuff. It can't be fresh. I don't buy fresh stuff from Aldi or Lidl. It's terrible.
Yeah, myth.
Who's number 4? I guess Tesco. 5.
No, 4's got to be Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's have good fruit.
Yes,
Sainsbury's have
actually,
really good fruit.
4 Sainsbury's, 5 Tesco. In terms of fruit, but for me, Costco is like elite.
I'm not sold on Costco's fruit, you know.
What? They're peelers. Mwah. I can sit and eat a whole sack.
They had great tomatoes. But like I was thinking, so they had like this box of cherry tomatoes, and I got it. But then my partner was like, he's convinced that I only think they're so nice because of the packaging and because they're from Costco. So I'm making myself believe that they're nicer than.
Nah, man. Their fruit bangs. I can't even lie. Their fruit bangs.
Do you know what I love? I love being able to buy tropical fruit, like real tropical fruit, like dragon fruit, golden kiwi, guava, mangosteen. But also, I'm very scared of, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, do you?
That last one, mangosteen, I said, who's that? I was like, who the hell is mangosteen? Who's that? What the hell is a mangosteen? Let me go Google this.
Google it.
Guys, I'll put this on the screen for you because what the hell? I know you lot don't know. Don't try it. Mango.
So spell mango and then S-T-E-E-N.
The hell is that? What the hell is... It looks like a Pokemon.
It does. I was gonna say, yeah.
It
does
looks like a Pokemon.
It does.
Mangosteen. How did you even figure out that this exists?
I'm Asian, girl. The hell?
Who looks at this? Who's the first person to look at this and think, let me eat this? So mangosteen. Bloody hell. That's interesting.
I am the one that educates you in fruit, though. I'd be doing that.
Yeah, but most of them I'm probably allergic to anyway.
It's true. So. This is an ongoing issue we've had in our
friendship. It's very much trial and error with me when it comes to fruit. I do still eat. Like pineapple, I used to, like, that could have killed me back in the day. Now I can eat it. The most it would do is like make my tongue
throat. Yeah.
a little bit. A little blisters. But apart from that, actually, I really enjoy pineapple.
Right, so let's have a discussion because you've been going through it this week. Guys, I've barely spoken to her. So
people have been trying me. I don't even know if it's... I feel like ever since I entered my 30s, yeah, my tolerance for nonsense has been at an all-time low. As in, I walk around with a stick ready to flog at this point. I will flog anybody. You think you're going to come for a nice chat, a nice conversation? I'm like, stick. Nonsense. End it. I don't know. I think this week has really just like made me realize how low my tolerance is. But I'm also really proud of myself because I ain't afraid to put people in their place. That will, you see the whole good girl PR is in the bin. I really find that as we get older, our ability to do the back and forth or to try and explain. I will say things all about twice. Yeah. Literally, I will not even repeat myself after the first time. I'm not repeating myself. I literally said, I'm not doing it anymore. But why? I told you. I said it. But as per my last email. Exactly. As per my last, and it may feel abrupt to them on their end. But I'm like, I've done this for so long.
Yeah.
I know where this is heading. I don't have time for it.
That's my biggest thing as well, because like, especially at this point in careers in any sense, careers and life, pleasure, we all have been here a while.
Oh, wow.
I know what I'm talking
Because
about.
I think sometimes as well, and I was thinking about this as I was driving here, because sometimes I don't know if I wouldn't say I necessarily look young in the face, but sometimes I come across young because
Yeah,
I'm like
same.
jokey.
Mm.
People forget that I'm a big 30-year-old woman with a mortgage to pay.
Mm.
Don't play with me.
Mm.
And then it comes to a shock to them when I have to put them in their place and remind them I'm a big woman. I'm not your age.
Yeah.
I'm not your age mate. I'm actually literally not your age mate.
And actually, you have more responsibilities than people older than you as well. So it's like,
So like, brother, like you can't waste my. Even my husband was like, nah, like
cut
did
it off.
He was telling me Sakai from the first day. Cause he was like, huh? Them men are going back and forth with you. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's true. But this is what I'm saying. You've got to actually be able to respect people's. And this is what I said to you this week, where I was like, people need to respect the reason why they got you in the first place.
Exactly.
Because you are that level of expertise that didn't come out of nowhere. So if you see somebody's CV, you see what they've been doing, you've got them on board because you know what they are capable of doing. So why are we doing higgy haga?
Why are we doing higgy haga? You man came to me. I didn't beg you for anything. But yeah, no. But I wanted to ask you, when was like the first time you realized actually, I cannot tolerate the level of nonsense that I was tolerating in my 20s?
25, actually.
25. Yeah.
So I started. So people will talk about that mid-20s crisis, right? But like, I really do think like the mid-20s crisis happens because it's equating. It's warming you up.
Sorry.
Wow.
My stomach had something to say.
It warms you up for your face.
Yeah.
So I think 25, and I had this, like, it's obviously been a process of years. That's why I said it started at 25.
Yeah.
It didn't end at 25. It ended. I mean, I'm still going through it, really. But 25, I started burning everything down. Like, relationships cut off, friendships cut off, everything cut off. I was like, I was so unstable. I was so unstable. But it's just like, you started to realize that things don't sit right in your spirit. And then, especially across the last year. So obviously that started to happen where I was like, I'm changing who I am. At the core of me, I'm changing. That started to happen when I was 25. And then what I realized in the last year, my tolerance for things from the jump. So my spirit, like, I've been speaking to my friends about this, like, and we have a saying, it's more so a Jamaican saying, but it's a saying, my spirit in a take. For so many things. Like, I greet things and I'm like, it's like my body in yourself, like, you don't need to, before it was like, oh, benefit of the doubt. It might not be this, it might not be that. Now I'm like, no, I know it's this.
Yeah.
I know it's this. So, and my whole thing, especially of recent, is I'm not even going to do the quiet panic thing that I used to do in my 20s, where I'm like, oh, like, wait till they approach me and oh, wait to see if da-da-da-da, or it might. Let's have the conversation. Because the anxiety, I don't have the capacity anymore. So it's like, because I get nervous. I get very nervous. So now I'm just like, all right, let's have this conversation. Did I do something wrong? Are you okay? Are you my friend? Do you know what I mean? I'm having those. And a lot of the time I've realized I've started to come across a lot more blunt and direct.
But it helps though. Because I feel like when you go through that internal like panic, etc., you actually just find that when you finally have the conversation, it was actually just miscommunication.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the longer you keep quiet about it, the more you build that narrative in your head that's not true. And
Also,
then that's
worse
what
it
causes
gets.
a problem. Exactly. Like the other week, for example, when you're like, is there a problem? And I'm like, girl, I have not slept and ate for days trying to get this album out.
Let's
what are
explain.
you talking about?
So, right, me and Steph, generally we speak a couple of times a week. Unless we're both having stressful periods in which, it just be messaging or something. So anyway, I've called her. Steph has aired my call like twice. I'm like, all right, just say you fucking hate me. Just say you hate me, right? So then I'm like, okay, cool. And I think just before that, I told her, And obviously I'm an overthinker, so I told you there's something to cut out. I wanted something cut out. I said, because I've just been running my mouth here. And then
I didn't have context as to why I didn't understand the context as to why she wanted it cut out. I only even just clocked it when we spoke about it the other day. And I was like, okay. I was like, what do you mean? I was like,
she didn't get it. She didn't get it. And I'm like, again, I'm in my bag of I've said it twice. So I said it once and I said it again. So when Steph's come to me, and again, my best mate. But when she said it to me again, I was like, girl, I did told you. So, but I didn't say it like that, obviously, because But so I've said it like twice. I just left it kind of like there was not much of an explanation.
Yeah.
We hadn't spoken. And obviously she was busy. So at this point now, I've called her twice and she's ignored my phone calls, right?
I didn't ignore it.
Yes, and she did.
I didn't ignore it. I was literally working.
You were busy, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't ignoring. Okay. It's not like I looked at it and said...
In my head, you ignored it.
I literally come to my phone and I was like, oh, she's calling me twice. I was like, okay, cool, let me finish this work and then I'll get back to her. By the time I come back to you...
No, but like I get that because I'm like that a lot. But I think I wasn't like, it wasn't a pattern that I was used to with us. But it's fine because we get busy. Anyway, so now again, because I'm in my direct bag. So I've messaged her like a paragraph or so and I've been like, well, girl, I just think we need to talk before we go and record because we can't have any animosity when we record.
And I'm there like, what the hell is happening?
This
I was
like, I'm tired, B.
But I was like, I told you what the problem was, and you told me why you wanted it. Well, you gave me an explanation, a vague explanation as to why you wanted it out, and I was fine. Like I didn't even think. I just literally quiet after that. I just quiet. I was like, okay, cool.
Being best friends with everything is great.
And then I come in, I'm just like, girl, I have literally just inherited like half of the world to look after as a region. I have no clue what I'm doing. On top of the fact that I've got a really stressful campaign that I'm working on. I haven't spoken to anybody.
Can I say, but I'm loving this, yeah? Because this in comparison to 5 years ago when you were sitting there thinking I hadn't, like, I need to tell the story, right? Because until then, I was so perplexed for so long. Now, remember, Steph has been my best mate for 22 years now, I'm sure. Yeah, 22? Since like 8.
We're going to be 31.
All right?
In like 2 days.
Word.
That's disgusting.
Gross.
31. We can't even use that. Oh, we just got here anymore.
No, we definitely
we did just get here, but like...
I'm still a baby girl.
My coat is off.
Right, so 22, maybe 23. She probably didn't like me for the first 5. But but we're stuck together somewhat. Because of my racial identity is cool. But anyway, we'll go on to that in another conversation.
And that, the way you said it, that's going to be hard for me to now cut it. Now I'm going to have to stretch the waveforms to find...
No, but like, you know what? I feel like everyone that listens is our friend, so I don't mind them
That's
knowing
why I
this.
was pissed when you told me to cut that bit out, because the way you talk here, I had to like try and grab, because you talk so fast, I had to stretch the waveform to even try and cut it. I was like, stretch.
Okay, so, right. So obviously we've been best friends since 8, let's say 8, yeah. And now it's my 25th, 26th birthday, somewhere near there. So I've decided for once I'm going to do something. I think it's the first time I ever did something in my house. Now, I grew up with a lot of animosity, not animosity, but a lot of nervousness around doing things in my parents' house. Because it kind of had always, the way I was raised, it was always my parents' house. I never really had people around when I was a kid because they just weren't, like my mum wanted it, my dad was not on it. So like it wasn't a hangout spot. My house was never a place to hang out. You know that, like.
I didn't even see your bedroom until we were like 28,
grown,
29.
Grown.
I was like, ah.
Yeah, like you and my friend Jerry saw it when I was like 28.
Yeah, like, but literally your engagement party. That was the first time I ever saw your room.
Oh my God, when you was taping my breast up.
When I was taping your breast up, that was the first time I ever saw your room.
So, cool. That's crazy.
First time.
So yeah, my house, I'd always go to other people's houses and people would never really come to my house. So anyway, I'm now doing something for my birthday. I think birthday. It's like a barbecue we were doing, right? Yeah. It's like a barbecue we were doing. And I told Steph I'm doing this on, I think, so I told you, I thought I'd said I'm doing it on the Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you said you were doing it on a Sunday,
And
and
it
then you
actually
was like
happened on
on the Saturday.
Saturday.
So
Yeah.
I'm in my house chilling. Like, okay, cool. Like Sunday, like it's Tia's thing. That's fine.
No, you couldn't make it. No, it wasn't. It was on the day. So the day I told you is the day you couldn't
Oh
make it.
yes. Was I
'Cause
in
you had,
Cambridge?
no, you had your mum. Your mum was celebrating
Ah,
something.
yes. But so I couldn't make it on the Sunday, but then I see on Saturday, I remember I went on, I think it was Instagram,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing people
My house.
at Tia's house. And I'm like, what's going on here? Because I swear it sings tomorrow. Looking, I'm like, no, she's defo like celebrating her birthday.
And can I say, Steph was getting vexed.
And I'm even more confused. I'm like, why would you tell me that it was on Sunday if it was on Saturdays when I could actually come? And I was vexed because I'm like, I've already felt bad that I couldn't make it on the Sunday. But if it was on Saturday, at least I would have been able to come. But you didn't tell me. So is it that you didn't want me to come? Or like, what's the beef? Or was it because I couldn't come on Sunday?
She thought I was being so petty.
So I was just like...
So she didn't speak to me for a week. A week, can I say? Now remember, me and her, like, I essentially like this, batty and bench, yeah? So like a week, I realized I was speaking to her and I'm trying to talk to her now. I'm messaging her. This girl is giving me one word answers. I'm like, girl, you're right. And then she's like, I just want to know why you were being petty and you didn't tell me it was on on a Sunday or on the Saturday, whatever day it was. And I was like, I turned around and I was like, girl, I told you the right day. She's like, no, you didn't. So I've gone in my messages now. Like, dang. Oops. I was like, oh, shame. Yeah, told you the wrong day by accident, Soz. And then I was like, but girl, why would you just tell me? Like,
what? If you told me your thing's on Sunday.
Because you should know.
No, I wouldn't know.
It
I'm not a sacket. But
because you're my best mate.
Well, but I thought as your best mate, you would have thought, actually, where's Steph? Let me text her.
Yeah, but you'd already told me you was busy in my head.
On the Sunday.
Because I told you the right day in my head.
On the Sunday. Not on the Saturday.
You know, I don't have no attention span anyway. Actually, we clocked that later on. This has been an ongoing process.
Yeah, we've been trying to investigate what exactly is going on with Tia for a while.
Anyway. So yeah. So now I love this for us because full circle.
Like, do you have a problem?
Now we're like, hey, let's sort this shit out.
I've just been unfortunately promoted. So life is hectic. But yeah, no, it's funny because I feel like my intolerance, in fact, for nonsense really kicked in over lockdown.
Is that because you didn't have to deal with people?
Yeah, and I felt like I feel like lockdown really forced me to like grow.
Why?
Because, okay, so during lockdown, so this is the one situation that I feel like really triggered it for me. So I had been in this stupid ass situation. I'm not even gonna call it a situationship. I'm gonna call it a situation. For a good, at that point, it would have been a good 12 years. I'm just going back and forth with this useless person.
When I say useless,
and when I say useless, like useless. So basically, I had this person who is very much. It was like sneaky link on and off, kind of weird, like
bad
love,
character man,
bad character, love, hate. It was weird. It was weird. Like it was clearly never ever meant to be a thing. It was like we were just like the total opposite of each other. We like if anyone even, I think people would even be confused if they ever came across this person and was like, even thought that I would them.
It is one of those situations though where I feel like because it started in childhood.
Yeah, because it started in childhood. It started when we were really young, like 15. And it just went on for way too long. It went on for way longer than it needed to. So fast forward to lockdown. He does his usual thing of like reaching out via email because he's blocked everywhere. I'm like, okay, let's just try for one last time. It's lockdown. Let me just have a bit of fun, spin the block a bit. And I remember getting to his place and I was just disgusted. And I think that's when I realized,
I spoke
like,
to you
bro,
that day,
yeah,
yeah.
when I say disgusted, like the floors were sticky, like the toilet was unkept. He was just, I just immediately remind him how dumb he is. Like, I'm just talking to him, I'm just like, I'm getting irritated because I'm just like, how are you even an adult? Like, I think at the time he just had a baby or something like that. So I'm seeing baby clothes that have clearly been hung out for like weeks. So you know when you hang your laundry and you hang it out for so long that it's just stiff. Like the thing's just, the baby grows just there like on the rail, like screaming to be picked up. And I was just disgusted. I was just like, ew. And he was just talking. I was just like, I was looking at him. I was just like, oh my God, why am I here?
You know when their lips are moving and
I'm
you're
just
like, why do your lips
you
move
don't
like
even
that?
I thought he was like trying to grow a beard and I could see through it because it was so gappy. He looked malnourished. Like it looked malnourished. Like the beard looked like it was
It sounds
starving.
like when someone has an ick.
I was just looking at him like, what did I even see in you? Bro proceeds to ask me to be in a relationship. Like, absolutely not.
What, to date?
To be his girlfriend, absolutely
with the
not.
baby girl in the yard.
Your stiff baby girl on the rail. You're asking me to. You've got face your priorities, sir, because your floors are sticky. If that baby crawls on there, they're gonna get stuck. You know, like they're mice on the glue trap. Just don't be asking me to do nothing with you, bro. So like when you asked me,
and the baby was new.
The baby was new, like
it's fresh.
Still had the placenta perm. Like was a
Priorities
fresh baby.
All very, very wrong.
Messed up. Please. And I'm not feeling even more insulted because I'm not here for this. I just wanted a quick touch and go. I wanted a touch and go. You're here talking about relationship and making us sit down and chat and wanted to hug. Move yourself. You know, as they were talking, you know, I sat down. I literally felt insulted that I put myself in this position.
Like this.
You know, you can't even be comfortable because you don't even know what you're touching. Where the sofa has been. You don't know where. He's offering water. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm fine. Even if I'm thirsty as hell, I'm not drinking from your cups. I don't even know if you've washed them. I literally felt so insulted that I put myself in this position. I'm like, why am I here? I literally decided that after that day, I was never going to see him again. That's like, this man is a mess. Good luck to whoever inherits you, but it won't be me. Good luck to you, the child, the baby mother, everyone involved. But it absolutely
I'm out.
will not. This is peak fooling. I don't need to be here. No one. When I say I snuck out of that flat, as in I ran to my car, I was like, nobody can see me in this area. I don't even want anyone to know that I was here. And I decided I'll never see him again. And that's what I knew. I was like, because, hey, 15-year-old Steph, hearing that this person's asking for us to be together. Oh my God. But 27-year-old Steph, was it 27 or 26? One of them, I literally wanted to vomit. I literally wanted to slap him for even asking. Like, do I look like...
Yeah, because there had been a lot of growth on one side.
On one side, and he was just still stuck in that same mind. He was still the same 16-year-old.
And I find that to be very gross. Like when you come across people who unfortunately have not been able to mature from their 18-year-old selves.
Lack of self-awareness, no ambition. Was just an awful person. So I guess it's karma for him, actually.
And also, I feel like when you're raised amongst certain people, I'm not talking about parents, but I'm talking about like culturally, there's certain things and certain ways of behaving that are acceptable that when women grow up and we have an understanding of self-worth.
Yeah.
We're just saying no. Because I know what that looked like when I was 50. And obviously me and you in particular had experiences so young that we were able to see the red flags very early because we'd already lived through certain things. So it's like, I can sniff from far away if you're going to talk bad to me, if you're going to be abusive in some way. Like, please,
it's not
the t-shirt. Like, please.
And this also then, another incident happened in lockdown where off the back of that, I was speaking to this person, this grown-ass man, like, I think at the time almost had 10 years on me. Like, father of two. Like,
I remember this.
Grown ass man.
What a time.
Fine man. Like literally when I first met him, it wasn't even on a like
this is Stop the Car in the Middle of the Road, man, right?
Yeah. Okay, wasn't even on a drawing thing. Like I met him on set somewhere. Like
was he doing security?
You know, now that I think about it, yeah, that man was probably doing security.
He looks like.
He looked like he was doing security, but he claimed that he just came for.
But can I say, he is peak me realizing, because we were in our 20s at the time, and
Yeah.
when we were speaking about this person, I realized these grown 30-year-olds, same way, don't know what's going on.
Don't know what's
They just
going
got
on.
here.
If they are going for women that are significantly younger than them, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Why aren't the women your age touching you?
Yep.
That person, yeah. When I say
He was
again, like
chaos.
I said, I didn't meet him with any intention of like dating or even going there with him. It's him that he just randomly popped up one day after we had met. I think we exchanged socials and stuff and messaging, and we were just talking about Love Island and stuff, whatever. And then he was like, "Oh, do you want to go ask me out on a date?" I was like, "Okay, cool." When I say peak fool, that is peak fooling. I could not believe that a man that age could be one that incompetent and to be, I even know, so deep in his nonsense. And the thing is, yeah, this is one of the red flags that I clocked here. And when I was like, I need to run now and never look back. But I had never had any intention. The good thing about me is that I have discernment. I know from like the very minute I speak to you whether I'm trying to take you seriously or if I'm just doing touch and go. Touch and go is what I call it. But with him, I knew from the get-go it was touch and go. I didn't want it to go to touch and go. I was like, this guy's so incompetent. I didn't want to go there with him.
Also, he gave Gallus straight away.
This guy, yeah, we went for drinks. He opens up his wallet. When I say the wallet, you know when the wallet is so full of cards it can't close properly. But the thing is, the cards didn't have his name on it. None of the cards had his name. He was literally sifting through cards to find one to pay for the drinks. None of the cards had his name on it. All different women.
What?
Different women.
He had women's cards.
Different women. So I'm looking at him. I'm just like, okay, I see that. I literally looked at it. I was like, yeah, okay. I see what this is.
As in, wait, sorry. For clarity.
So
getting women to take out cards
I
in their
wouldn't
name.
be surprised, yeah, if a documentary one day comes out. As I was like, how would I say? The more I found out about him, the scarier it got. Like, so the cards was one thing, it was all different women's names. And some of the women, I could see them in his Instagram comments. And you know me, I like to investigate. So I was pinning, I was like, okay, this person, it looks like he was like getting them to take out credit cards and
That's
stuff,
what I'm thinking.
and then using it because he doesn't have, I don't think he has credit. And I'll explain why. So basically, after that, I was just like, yeah, this is weird. Like, and then he did this whole thing of like stopping in his car in the middle, smack bang in the middle of the road, no warning, in traffic, to like try and kiss me. And I was like, this is weird. Like, take me home. But I never let him drop me home. He always drops me around like my friend's area, which was in like South. Because that's where I parked my car. So he never knew where I lived. And I made sure that I did it that way. So that, because I knew one, that it was never going to be serious, and two, I knew what kind of person this is. And then one day I remember we were talking and he mentioned like jail. And I was like, wait, sorry, you've been to jail? And he was like, no, I didn't go to jail. I'm joking. But I don't know. He claims he's an actor, but you could literally terrible because literally I could see that he was lying. He was like, oh no, I was joking. Like, why would you think I went to jail? Come on, man. Would I even approach a woman like you if I went to jail? Something told me to find out this man's full name. So what I did is that I went on Company's House. I don't even know how did I find his full name? I think one time I saw his license.
Okay.
So I got his full name. Searched it on the internet. Searched it on Company's House. All I saw was Company, struck off. Over, like, with different... And he would be the director with another woman on all of them. I said, aha, okay. This is clear what this man does. So then, and I think he used to get really, like, irritated with me because he would try and get smart, but I was always
smarter than him, yeah.
So he would get irritated by the fact that I was too smart for him to even try anything with. Like I was way too smart. Like
Which makes sense because that's why he went for a girl like you because
Yeah.
you're smart.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
hold a company. Do you get
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
was like, "Oh, we should start a business." Girls, I'll never start a business with you. I was like, "I don't know you well enough to start a business with you." He's like, "Oh, but like, you're just so smart. Like, you're so business minded. Like, I feel
That's
like we
how
could
he
start a
gets
business." I
them.
was like, "Yeah, but I will never start a business with you. That's why I'm business minded. Because why would I go into business with you just because he said that
Yeah.
we should start a business? Who just looks at someone and says that we should start a business? Start what kind of business?" He's like, "I don't know. We can think of something." I was like, "No." So then, yes, I found after that, after going to company's house and seeing all of that, yeah, I decided to just search his name on Google to see if something comes up. Drug trafficking,
Okay.
sexual assault.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
And not even like class A drugs and sexual assault. He got acquitted for sexual assault, but went to jail for the trafficking.
He's a predator.
Did further digging, found that this guy, how do I say this? Basically, he's a top guy in that network.
Like he.
He,
Okay.
like, back in the day was like top. Basically, he's a very dangerous man.
Yeah.
And what I read is what he's been caught for.
Yeah. Far less the things.
So I was like, let me stop this peak falling. And because you know me, I'm a troll. I just used to chat to him just to irritate the hell out of him. Like, okay, you think you're smart? I'll go to outsmart you.
But this is not what you play games with.
But I was like, this is not what this is like beyond me. I was like, Steph, you have no business chatting to this man.
This man is dangerous.
This man is dangerous. Dangerous. I'm like, don't. And he used to get like really irritated that I wouldn't let him know where I live. Because he'd be like, I'll come pick you up. And at the time, he was driving like a Mercedes GLE coupe. So he thought that was enough to flex on me because I'm there with my little Ford Fiesta. But I'm like, I don't, like, you can't pick me up. I would always drive to South and park my car somewhere, then give him a location where to pick me up. So he never knew where I lived. But after that, I was like, this is peak for Christian. I was literally like, even in my trolling, even in my peak trolling, I can't play with this man. I can't wrap it up because even like when he used to be, the maddest things, I confronted him about it and he admitted it. He was like, how did you find out? I was like, don't worry about how I found out. I have my ways. And he started telling me stories about how he one time almost got killed by these like Russian guys with a deal going wrong. And then one time
gets the hell out.
One time there was like this like Russian cartel that owed him and they couldn't pay all the money, so they gave him one of their girls. Like one of their escorts. And he had her for 2 weeks. I tell you what, Christiana, after that night, yeah, I was like, I think I made something. I was like, I need to get home. I need to get home. I drove. As I was driving, I blocked him everywhere. Blocked him everywhere. He got a new number. Just to message me. Blocked him there. Literally would pop up.
Can I just say
everywhere?
This is the thing about people who are somewhat dangerous like dangerous in personality, not even to say been caught, but dangerous in personality. Because one thing about when you embark on certain people like that, you can actually be out of your depth very quickly. Because I remember having someone who, well, now he's probably ended up in jail. I don't know. But there was a person who, and I can only say, is dark-hearted. Like when we were younger, his whole intention was to make people fear him. And similarly, because of that type of character trait, anytime I would break SIM cards, burn SIM cards, finding my number again. Come on, pulling up outside my house saying, I'm outside your house. Like at one point, I'm like, Chris, like I actually have to stand up to this person and be like, yeah, you can't. Because a lot of the time they feed off the fear.
Yeah, the fear.
And so when you stop showing it, it's like, when you stop giving them that. And again, this is not because some people are really mad and really, really dark-hearted. So this is probably the lighter aspect of that. But when you stop giving them the fear, they've got nothing to feed off.
Yeah.
So they're not as bothered anymore because I'm not getting the thing that,
Mm.
do you get what I mean? That gives them that kick
Mhm.
that makes them feel powerful. Because what is that? When someone's saying, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. All right, respect it.
Respect it. I'm not even joking. Like, I think last year, he popped up late last year, was like, how come we don't talk no more? I said, because I married and blocked him everywhere again. Everywhere I could find him, I blocked him. Any account, burner account, all of it, I blocked him. And you know, when I blocked him when before the new feature on Instagram was where you can block all accounts.
Yeah.
So I found the account that I blocked him on, unblocked him, then blocked him again and said block all other accounts that he's created. And you can see
he must have many,
you could see that he had multiple accounts. Like, because the circles, there'll be multiple circles in that cluster. Blocked everything. So like with someone like that, and again, I thank God that I was in that era of like, I'm not taking this nonsense, because I know me. If I was curious enough, because obviously he would be like, let's go here, let's go
money.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, he's dressed nice, fine.
Yeah.
I was never a bad though, because the thing is, people think because like I like nice things that I fall for nice things on other people. I want your thing. If I'm not driving the GLE, you can't flex on me.
I love that for us, yeah, because this has always been my thing. Like, people having nice things is great.
Yeah.
Means jack shit to me. Don't mean.
If it's not in my possession, I don't care. I may admire it for myself. I don't care to
you having it does not make me want to get with you.
Sit in the passenger seat. If I'm not in the driver's seat, doesn't concern me. So I think he thought that and maybe when I was younger that it would have worked. And that's why I said I think when I was in that era of like not tolerating nonsense or even entertaining nonsense, I was just
that's why they go for younger girls.
Yeah, because I think he thought because I was significantly younger, I'll be naive and be like impressed by all these things and then end up in whatever thing he's doing. And I was actually like, no, like, brother, like you, even when he tried to kiss me, I was like, what are you doing? And the thing is, he's a really good looking guy, hence why he's managed to get all them women to sign up for credit cards and do up company's house, etc. But it's not enough. And literally, because he was so dumb as well, like he pronounced your yacht.
You know what?
At 36.
No, I hear it, but let's see. That's a bad example. I do that.
No, that 36. Yacht. That put me off. It sounds petty, but that put me off instantly. But yeah, because he was so like, he wasn't intellectual at all. I was just like, this is just.
But the thing is, I remember he had that confidence as though he was.
Oh my God. Like this guy had the confidence as if he was the most, and the way he would like posture online, like he would,
man.
The persona he would like put up online, try and keep up with online was like he was the man, like he was wholesome, like putting up quotes about like ambition and stuff. This guy was like the complete opposite in real life. And even then I was like, this is just like, all the red flags were there, to be honest. And for me, it was just, I think it was my lack of, I would say my patience with him because he was incompetent, but also my intolerance for nonsense. I was just like, nah, like this is silly. Like, I can't actually be a part of this. That actually saved me. Because now that I think about it, especially now when I'm this age, well, obviously in my 30s now, I look back at it, I'm like, actually, this guy's really dangerous.
You know what? As you're saying that though, there's also, I think you get this wisdom and you start to get in your 20s and it solidifies in your 30s where you start to look past, and we've had this conversation, look past the posturing people have online. So exactly that wholesome thing, like straight away, a lot of the time now, I'm just a bit more wary because sometimes, not all the time, it can be people posturing to hide their dark heart. I'm not gonna lie. You'll be doing quote. Your heart is black.
Your heart is black. This is what I said about the female empowerment thing. You see these women that are about, oh yeah, female empowerment, etc. I don't buy it because a lot of them that I've met in real life, bad character. Terrible character. Mean girls. And they use this female empowerment thing almost like a form of control. Like, oh, I'm the one that's empowering you. You're all eating out of my hand. No. Keep your little panel. I don't want it. It's fine. Don't worry. Empower me with money.
She hates a panel.
I hate a panel, man. I hate a panel. Do you know when I started hating panels? When someone asked me, whilst I was still an intern, to go and do a panel and speak to people about how to get into the music industry. I said, with what experience? With what?
But
People
to be
were
fair,
offended. To this day, there's people that actually don't like me because I turned down being on their panel early in my career because I was like, I'm not going to go on stage and deceive people
that you're here when
that
you're
I'm
still
here
trying to get
when
there.
I'm still trying to get there.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? One thing I said, you see this journey, I'm going to be authentic in it. I'm not going to claim to be where I'm not. I'm not going to claim to do what I haven't done. When I've done it and I've gained enough experience and enough knowledge, then I'm happy to share all the gems.
Can I just say though, that is a thing. I think because we grew up in the creative space, especially in the 2000s, not early 2000s, you know what I mean?
Early 2000s, we were like 9.
2000 teens?
Huh?
You know what I mean? The teenagers, the 2010s,
Okay.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Making me forget what I'm saying. Anyway, we got to see, it was such a panel era.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there were so many.
Where are they now? Where
we would
are
go
they
to
now?
so many. And sooner or later, we realized that it does nothing for us.
Nothing. It's just an opportunity for them to stroke their ego.
Words.
Oh, look, everyone came to come
see me. Look at how great I'm doing.
You ain't got nothing valuable to say.
But it doesn't help. A lot of the time, you know what helps? Mentoring.
Yeah.
But me going to see how you, especially in the creative scene, because, and this is the one thing that still eats at me, because the creative scene, media as a whole, is very individual in the sense that everyone's journey into it is very particular. There's no direct route. It's not like you need this, that. Like a lot of the time.
It's not like if you're studying medicine, you know, okay, cool, it's natural progression to go to doctor.
Even the internships aren't natural progression.
Yeah.
People, like, especially music, from my understanding, you might have intern, and never land a job.
Yeah, like literally, there's some internships where we know you're not getting a job after it. We've just fulfilled our 12-month quota of having an intern. So like, there's no direct route. There's no like one straight path with music, especially. You have to find your way through it. You have to navigate your way through it and learn as you go. So it's even very difficult when people ask me like, "Oh, how did you land your job?" Or, "Oh, can you? I'd love to like hear more about your career journey." I'm like,
that's your journey, though. Do you get me?
Do you want me to sit here and tell you how I got here? I guarantee you it won't help you. But what I can tell you is that, okay, cool, you just need to be proactive, figure out what you want to do and work backwards. How can I get there? What can I be doing outside of work? What can I be doing myself to help me gain experience that I can then use as leverage to get to this place or that place? But there's like no straight path. So why am I wasting my time telling you how I got here when it would probably be more useful for me to look at what you're doing and say, okay, do this way, maybe tweak that, do this. Okay, send this kind of email, take that out. This is how you, like, even just writing an email is more valuable. Me teaching you how to write an email, construct an email properly is probably more valuable than me telling you how I got here.
100%. Because like, there's no set way. And like a lot of the time it is a mentality thing. It's just about your drive, or not even necessarily your drive.
It is your drive though, because no one's going to hand it to you, because you have to navigate your way through it. You have to be proactive.
And I was more thinking about the way you deal with solutions and finding solutions to things. That is key.
You have to,
rather than just
be a big problem solver.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to kind of have foresight as well. Because I'll say one thing that really helped me is that a lot of opportunities that I took were opportunities that people overlooked and thought they were too big for. Why would I work there? Why would I do that? Oh, that's not a big brand to work for, so I'm not going to go there. I went there, did my thing, and it helped me. And it enabled me to gain the skills that I needed to climb up much quicker than the average person. So again, it's just having foresight, being proactive, and being a problem solver. But you don't need to hear how I got here. Like literally,
a lot of times we don't know how we got here. Like stuff happened. Stuff happened,
and God was there. God was there. God held my hand.
He said, "This is where you're supposed to be," and I'm like, "Yeah."
What may have worked for me may not work for you. Is because we forget this thing called luck, which I believe is God personally, also plays a major factor. Right place,
huge
right time.
factor. Because everyone, like, talent is one thing, But luck is a key.
It's a key thing, man.
There's talent, there's hard work, but Lord, let me tell you, it's luck.
It's luck.
It's luck. So you have to have the talent and the drive and the capabilities to be able to make the best of the situation when it occurs. But
Exactly.
It coming in front of you, that's God.
Yeah,
or
that's
luck,
God.
whichever way you want to look at it.
But yeah, that was the end of our random chat. Shall we move on to Reddit Realness? Guys, we're gonna use the last juice in our tank to try and get through Reddit Realness at Adults Finds of the Week before we run home and wrap ourselves in duvets. Apologies for this episode, man. Honestly.
It's actually Stephanie's fault. Just blame Steph.
It was me. It's actually my fault.
Because when I'm sick, I can carry when you're sick. You've been sick here before and I've been able to hey!
Yeah, but we're both... I'm coming out of it, but I'm still... It's in my chest. But cool. Let's do Reddit Realness.
Right. We can't say it, can we? Asshole.
Don't say that I'm the arsehole bit. Just say... The title says done with my wife.
So just start from there. Okay, today's Reddit Realness. Done with my wife. I was dating my wife for a long period of time. She wanted to be married, but I always hated the idea. I told her marriage always changes things and it always stops being fun once a ring is on the finger. After years of being together, we got married and had our daughter, now 13. And ever since our daughter arrived, she has been less and less interested in me or anything having to do with me. Grammar's so bad. There is no affection, no intimacy. She doesn't even sleep in the same bed as with me because of my storing, which hasn't changed for the 20 years we've been together. It's been 4.5 years since our last sexual... Wow.
That's a whole toddler.
It's been 4.5 years since our last sexual encounter, and I'm done. I will mention that after about 2 years of not sleeping together, she was in a car accident. Wow, okay. I will mention that after about 2 years of not sleeping together, she was in a car accident, which injured her back. And due to this, she hasn't worked since COVID hit. So now I'm 100% supporting a household for a woman who doesn't snuggle, have sex. Hell, I can't even remember the last time we kissed. I've been keeping the cheaper to keep mentality, but it's wearing on me. And I'm just more and more frustrated. And I don't want to have my daughter think I'm always mad or a jerk because of my actions at home. At this point, I don't care if she can support herself. I don't care if she has a place to go. I'm just tired of supporting what's basically a roommate who takes good care of our kid. Am I wrong for this?
Bro's angry. I think it's worth having a conversation with her to find out what the root cause of the lack of intimacy is. Then after that,
I'd cut.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, cut. Because you're resentful at this point. I don't know if that you can fix that.
Yeah, it's been
like
too long.
That was a rant. You're asking for advice. You're ranting. You know what you need to do.
It's been you should have had that conversation 6 months, a year in.
But I do feel like you need to have a conversation because sometimes sometimes people lack self-awareness and it may be something that he's doing that may be...
She's so mature.
No, because it may be something that he's doing or not doing that may be the cause, maybe causing the lack of intimacy. Are you being romantic? Does she feel loved? Do you make her feel sexy or beautiful? Because at the end of the day, even with sex, it's not something that you could just
snap
into. Be romantic. Remind your wife that you still find her attractive, etc. Take her out on a date. Act like it's the first date or second date. You guys are still in dating period.
Bite her neck, choke her.
Do you know what I mean? It can lead to that. But I think sometimes in marriage, it's very easy for you to get comfortable, especially when you're both dealing with stresses of the household, keeping the household together. You've got children, etc. Sometimes it's hard to kind of how do I say, keep it spicy, etc.
Yeah, but do you know my thing is, Steph, and I understand, and I would 100% agree with you. But bearing in mind, it's been 4.5 years. That's the thing for me.
That's why I'm speak to her because that's not normal. 4.5 years is not normal.
Yeah, but at this point,
She's not even sleeping with you in your bed. You guys need to have this conversation, whether you like or not. So even for you to just know, in case there's something that you're doing wrong, so you don't take that into your next
I
relationship.
wonder why that conversation wasn't had beforehand.
I feel like you need to chat to her. I'm not saying don't cut because
But
this
then
is a
my
rag.
point is, what's the point in having a conversation if you're gonna cut anyway?
No, Christiana, this is a marriage. It's not a relationship. You guys are married and you have a daughter. You have to have the conversation. Because if it's something that can be salvaged, if it's something that you're doing and you didn't realize you were doing, or something you're not doing and you didn't realize you weren't doing, at least even if you're not taking the learnings to try and salvage the relationship, it's good for you to know and hear her out from her side.
Yeah, she does.
I feel like
deserve that.
I feel like she does deserve that. She's the mother of your child. And you must have loved her at one point to marry her and be married to her for this long.
But can I just say that? And the reason why I'm like, so actually, yeah, you're correct, because I feel like if that's how you're feeling, how is she feeling?
Exactly. She's a woman. Like, I'm sure she's human too. I'm sure she's feeling some type of emotion. I'm saying this thing. Sorry. Sorry, I just thought I should use that as an opportunity to clear my chest. Okay. Yeah. I feel like, like she may be feeling the type of way on her end as well. We only heard this guy's side of the story. We haven't heard from her. She may say, he hasn't called me beautiful in 7 years. Or I try and dress up nice for him and he doesn't compliment me. Or we haven't been on a date in 10 years. Like, we don't know her side of the story. So I'm like, have a conversation with her. But I do feel like perhaps if it feels like it can't be salvaged and there is no real good reason which can be fixed as to why you guys have gotten to this point, then I feel like, yeah, you should definitely explore potentially leaving.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I think have the conversation because you share a daughter and you've spent so much time together.
Exactly.
At least if you're leaving the situation, do it with a level of understanding for one another. So that it's not, because obviously he's resentful at this point.
Yeah.
When he suddenly goes to her, I'm cutting, she's going to be very resentful as well. Because obviously she's holding on. You're both still holding on to this.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, I stand corrected. Have the conversation just to understand one another. But if after that conversation, it's important to think about her happiness as well. Because if you're not happy, it's likely, obviously, that she's not happy as well. So it might be better for the both of you from that conversation to cut it off. But have the conversation in any sense, just to be able to understand one another. And so you're just not looking at each other vex every time you go forward. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and also I encourage you to explore some employment options. There's stuff that you can do from home. If
maybe she's depressed.
If you are under pressure, to maintain the household on just her salary, perhaps speak to her about exploring employment, even if it's just working from home. There's loads of jobs now. Thankfully, due to COVID, it's one of the good things that came out of it. There's loads of jobs now that you can do remotely. So yeah,
we'll find out what she's passionate about. Yeah, because that could be a way of making money.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, cool. Let's quickly do adult finds of the week before we literally turn into mush here.
Oh yeah, wow.
So my adult find of the week is something that I haven't gotten yet, but is definitely on my wish list and I'm going to get it as soon as I can. It's the Kai Collective Adesua dress. Absolutely phenomenal, incredible dress for the summer. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's just perfect in every way. I believe it even has pockets. I just feel like it's super flattering for most people, if not everyone. I think Fazia is really good at making clothes that look great on everyone. So yeah, that is my adult find of the week, and also the Kai tote that comes with your order. Incredible. It's currently my podcast bag. I literally carry it every day. Or every other day. It's huge. It fits a lot of things. It's just super handy. Fazia, you defo ate with that. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's my adult find of the week.
Mine is, well, I still need to get it, but it is Tala. So that's Grace Beverly's brand. They've got a whole select which keeps on selling out. So it came back in stock, and then I went to buy it today, and it was back out of stock. I love that for me. But I do, because this is a Tala top,
Mhm.
and it is shapewear
Mhm.
essentially, but without it being obvious it's shapewear.
Mhm.
So it kind of just right now I'm having those key pieces that really suck you in,
Mhm.
pull you up.
Mhm.
And yeah, it just makes me look a bit like it's a proper like jean and a nice top.
Mhm.
And at a time where like for our bodies that have been in this world for quite a
Mhm.
while, the Sheins
Yeah.
and the Pretty Little Things
Don't be
aren't
holding
really
nothing.
holding
Mhm.
everything together.
Mhm.
Whereas the higher quality brands do hold
Mhm.
you in and kind of scoop you up and
Mhm.
give you a silhouette that looks like how you want to look,
Mhm.
rather than one over here, one over there.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So that's mine today.
And that brings us to the end of episode 11,
Which has been
guys.
our Sicky show, guys.
We are Sicky. I am so sorry if this episode is super shorter than normal, if we felt like we were rambling. We still wanted to show up and deliver something for you guys to listen to this week.
We're very
So,
discombobulated.
but girl, our asses are getting whooped in real time. Thank you. Good luck to Brent Boy. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the show, please do like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube if you are watching. If you are listening, please give us a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Share it with your friends. Follow us on socials. TikTok, we just got here podcast. Instagram, we just got here pod. Twitter, we WJGH podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at Steph Uak. Same for Twitter as well. I'll have it up on the screen, come up the thingy, so you can see the spelling.
And I'm Tia Honey Roberts.
And yeah, thank you for
Thanks,
tuning
guys.
in.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
I don't love you yet. I'm joking. I love you.
Right, we'll see you later,
See
guys.
ya, bye.
Bye.